This is great footage.
Is it a video?
Now it is.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia, for those of you that are new here. Today I have my friend and client, Lauren Richeson, joining us today to talk about her journey to authorship. We met a few months ago at a networking event, and we were like kindred spirits, and the rest is history. So Lauren, say hi to our viewers.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited to be here. And yes, I feel like me and Olivia have only known each other for, you know, literally like 6 months kind of thing. But I feel like it's been years because we've just grown such a connection as, client relationship, friendship, sisterhood. I mean, it's been awesome.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. I know you are busy. You're a mom and you have your hands in a lot of things. But you took the time to come on my channel today. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your
Of course.
schedule and coming on my channel to really talk about and celebrate you, right? So just
Yeah.
yeah, just a little backdrop. So we met at a all women's gym, Beyond Family Fitness, maybe about 5, 6 months ago, right?
Yep.
So my friend Cindy Spar, who has two networking companies, invited me to one of her networking event that she was having at Beyond Family Fitness. I wasn't gonna go, but she messaged me personally, and I was like, okay, let me go. I went, and you were the guest speaker, and you were radiating. There were so many things that I felt a commonality between us about was, we're moms in business, we're boy moms, we're trying to do all the things, manage all the things. And so those things resonated with me. And so I went up to like talk to you after you gave your speech. Do you remember?
Yeah. I do remember. Oh yeah. I mean, you were radiating. You were like in your pink branding. I don't know if it was like a pink suit kind of, or a blazer at least.
Yes. Yeah.
And you just were like this gorgeous woman, and you were so sweet and complimented my first keynote speaking event
Mhm.
solo, and it was awesome. I felt that connection right away.
Which is so awesome. God works in these ways where, when you meet people, right? You know that somehow you guys are connected and that connection is going to last a minute, sometimes a lifetime, but it's going to last for at least a period of time. And I really felt that. And I really felt like God placed both of us in each other's paths in life for this very reason that we're going to talk about today, the topic of you had a desire to become a children's book author. I'm a children's book author and a writing coach. And us meeting, you were able to share with me that you had this vision to write a children's book. And then I, in turn, shared with you, hey, girl, I can help you with that. Talk a little bit about your dream and desire to, before we met, to want to write a children's book.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to be like a children's book writer. Even when I was little, I was the only child of my parents' marriage, and I had two older half brothers, but I was the only child in my household, and I would write like stories on the old school computer, and I still have that binder that I would print the stories off, and I would make little books, like illustrations, and write like I was making books at a young age. And it's just been always a passion. And then I was an elementary ed school teacher, and in college I had to write a children's book and create it. And it's laminated with like a bound, and it was
Yes.
called the ABCs Around the World. And that was like the kickoff later as an adult, like, you know what, I could do this someday too. And so back in 2020 during the pandemic, when we were all, stuck in our homes, I was like, you know what? I'm going to pursue this dream and I'm home. At the time, my oldest was or 2.5, and my youngest was an infant. And, while they're sleeping as an infant, I downloaded on Audible how to write a children's book. And I listened to the whole thing and I took notes and all the things. And then the world opened back up, right? And I also am a American Beauty consultant. And so I was now going to get back in person with my clients who were comfortable with that. And life happened and it just it put on the back burner.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until 3 years later when I was introduced, well, that we met at the keynote speaking event, that I was like, and I had gone through life coaching for 6 months before with my life coach. And I had graduated myself out, and God has his timing
Yeah.
because I met you at that event and I was introducing myself. I mean, me and my coach worked on, when you go to networking events, you are a future children's book author. And so I presented myself as that children's book author, future, and speaking it into the universe.
Yeah.
And, that's how it happened. And when I shared that, you and I connected, and I invested in myself. I invested in my dream.
Yeah.
And, it's, I mean, when
Yeah.
you FaceTime me when it was live on Amazon that I self-published. And I mean, I was in tears. I was just bawling.
Yeah.
And I was on vacation. I was actually in Belgium.
Yeah.
Like, of all places, I will always remember that moment when you
Yeah.
FaceTime me, and it was magic. And when, amazing. So, you know, there's so many things when you just go for it. And
Yeah.
the fact that I really did it, that it's really in print and it's really out there,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, yes, you made the commitment, we met, you called me for you went on my website and you schedule your author consultation. We went through all the steps of what you needed to do. You came to the table ready, and I really like that. I like when particularly women, when we know what we want and we start making moves, we
Yep.
start making steps towards that. Because you schedule that author consultation. We went through, okay, this is what you need to do, your idea, all of that. And then at the end of our author consultation, you're like, girl, okay, what do I need to do next? And I'm like, you need to sign up,
How
you
do
know,
I get there?
you need to sign up for my writing coach services and I'll walk you through. And you scheduled it right away, and we met over Google Meets. We met on Zoom. We went through all the steps. This is what you need to do. You had homework, all the things. You were such a good student because every week you showed up. And guys, what I want to share with you is it's not always easy, right? Lauren's a wife. She's a mom of two boys. One's still a toddler that's home part-time. He's in preschool. She manages two networking groups. She's on the PTA at her son's school. She's doing all the things, right? She's vacationing, she's doing all the things, but yet she made that commitment to herself to carve in some time amongst all the other things she's got going on to work on her book. And every single week, we showed up, she showed up, I showed up. Sometimes a baby in the room, sometimes on vacation. She's on vacation, I'm on vacation. But she made a commitment, she made the steps, and got this done. So the title of your book is
The Best Bros Adventures, The Mitten State. And I have it right here. It is my pride and joy. I get the beautiful sunlight coming into my office. So I'm like trying to hit. Here we go. Yep. So, and it is a book based around, the focus is pre-K to 10 years old. And it's about two brothers who like to go on adventures. It is based around my two boys that I was inspired by. And it's going to be a series. It's going to be a series of a book. And I'm just super excited because the end of this book, it alludes to where the next book is going to take place. This book is based around a lot of nonfiction. So they travel through Michigan to the UP, and they hit Mackinac Island on the way. And there's just fun facts and all that kind of stuff. So it's amazing. And I will share this, and I got this on video that my oldest, when he came into my office and I have this displayed on my desk, and he's like, that looks like me and Caden. And I go, yes, that is you and Caden, depicting. And he's like, is that a book? Like when he first saw it, and I was like, yeah. And I'm like, mommy wrote a children's book. He's like, that's cool. Like it, and I like recorded like when he came in and like saw it, I was like, oh my God, this will be great. Like just a memory. And he was like, just the look in his eyes, and he's 7,
Yeah.
that my mom wrote a book,
He's
and
proud
that
of
moment
you.
for me, yes, that moment for me
Yeah.
was everything.
Mhm.
And I will admit, I did not look like, all dolled up, and I didn't even care. I was like, I'm recording this moment. And then I will always have that memory of what he said and all those things
Yeah.
that was so special because, I was inspired by my boys to write this. And I have other ideas, but like for this first book, and dedicated to them. It's just it's an amazing feeling.
That's such
So
a sweet
yes.
memory that you will always have. And I love that, you have that and that he recognizes that writing a book is a big deal. And his mama wrote a book about him and his brother. So that's really cool. But what I want to touch on a couple of things before our time wind down is one, your mom, who is in heaven, also had a dream that she wanted to one day be a children's book author. She was not able
Yeah.
to fulfill that dream, to experience that dream, but in honor of her,
Mhm.
you have stepped into her shoe and, fulfill her dream for her. What does that feel like for you?
I mean, it's an amazing feeling. And yeah, I lost my mom in 2006. I was 19 years old. So she's missed a big portion of my adult life. And besides a children's book author, she wanted to be a preschool teacher. She went to school, she never finished. I prior to what I'm, doing now, I was a kindergarten teacher for 5 years. So I was also a teacher that she always wanted to do. And when I came across doing this, being a writer and a children's book author, the fact that I remember that this was one of her dreams, and I wanted to fulfill that for her, and
Yeah,
knowing like she's looking down and like knowing you did it, like
yeah,
all the things.
yeah,
And then you know, next Saturday is my book signing event, local here to Metro Detroit. And it's on her birthday.
yeah.
And
Her
obviously
heavenly
she's not here
birthday.
to celebrate her heavenly birthday, yes. And it just was perfect to like honor one of her dreams
Yeah.
and to have that event on her heavenly birthday.
I
So
love, love, love that. When we
yeah,
were in one of our writing sessions and we were playing with different dates and stuff, and I think there was two, if I recall correctly, there were two other dates that we were experimenting with, and neither one of them worked out. And I believe that was
right.
God like working it all out for it to be
Yes.
on December 9th, your mom's heavenly birthday, your major book launch, your first book launch, which is so amazing. So I'm glad that God worked it out.
Yeah.
We didn't know. We wanted other dates, but the other dates didn't work out for this
It
very
was
reason.
God's
But
plan.
yeah.
Mhm.
So next week, Saturday, December the 9th, um, 2 to 5, right? Or 3 to 5?
3 to 5,
3 to 5 at
3 to
Office
5 p.m.
3 to 5 p.m. at Office
Off.
Evolution in Troy, Michigan. If you are in the Metro Detroit area and you have some free time on your calendar, I want to invite you to come out to Lauren's book launch at Office Evolution in Troy, December 9th, 3 to 5 p.m. Bring your kids. If you have neighbors that have kids,
Yes.
if you have family members that have kids, bring them out to this amazing book launch. I'm so proud of my friend and my client and my fellow pink sister because she loves pink too.
Yes. I mean,
And how
pink
can
couch.
yeah, her office is amazing. It's pink. I should like go more, visit her more. But how can our viewers find you and follow you on social media? Share all of your social media handles.
Yeah. So on Instagram, I am at Lauren Richeson, and I'll spell Richeson. It's Richeson. So at Lauren Richeson underscore MK, and that's on Instagram. Um, Facebook, I am Lauren Ashley Richeson. And then I have I am the co-founder of We Rise Women Empowerment Community Group of Metro Detroit with my co-founder Stacy Crown. And you can find us for We Rise if you're a woman. Just, you don't have to own a business. You don't have to be a mom. You're just a woman and a community that is, rising up against what is stopping us from becoming our best selves. So that is at on Instagram at werise.co, and yeah, you can find me there as well.
And so I will include all of your social media handles in the description and details below. I want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your schedule to, come on my
Of
YouTube live and
course.
just kind of talk a little bit about, you stepping into the role of becoming a children's book author with me as your writing coach, kind of guiding you along the way. Guys, look out for Lauren. This is book number 1, but she has more coming. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Have a great day, guys.
Official. Publish your book. Saving.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
All right.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, it's real. It's so real.
You did it. You did it. Look at this. You did it.